Good morning, Mike and Arlen. Our Philippine journey. Tourists here in the Philippines, are the numbers really down? Is it significant? What does it mean to you? And has it impacted you or your thoughts? Let's talk about that. Okay, so it's been interesting. I want to start this out by saying I watched the tourism department publish numbers every month for the past 5 years. Every month they publish these numbers, and yet something has occurred. So let's talk about that to begin with. All right. This data shows you all the incoming people to the Philippines on foreign passports. It supposedly excludes all of the OFWs. So it's just foreign visitors, foreign nationals. It's not supposed to include nationals. And it lists by country of their passport. This data has been published by the Philippine government since 2003, I think it is. But when you go to their website, I think's listing about like 2006, something like that. But notice the date at the top. It says as of May 1st. Now, religiously, this data has been updated every month for the past 5 years, no later than the 15th of the month. And yet, there's no May numbers, there's no June, July, and, well, there won't be August yet because we're in August. But this is it. It's as of May 1st, which are the April numbers. And these numbers were publicized. I mean, this should not be shocking or should not be new. Is the Philippines embarrassed or hesitant for numerous reasons than to put the numbers out? I don't know, but I do know that the numbers are not out. Now, we know our balcony, our condo balcony faces Candy Resort Tower 1, 2, 3, Chatsworth, and Grosvenor. And I'm an early riser. I'm up sometimes 2 o'clock in the morning. Almost always I'm up and out and about or getting things done no later than 3:30 in the morning. What have we noticed? Well, we're in Candy Palace, all right? So I can't say definitively, but it feels like there are less tourists. And I can tell you that as I sit on my balcony and I drink my coffee, I look across at Tower 1, 2, 3, Chatsworth, and Grosvenor. I don't see as many lights on. Now, I would ask you this. I would ask you early on in the video to tell us, hey, I was recently in the Philippines. I stayed at XYZ. Just, we don't need to know the exact location, just like, Boracay, Bohol, Angeles, Manila, wherever. Okay? I stayed there and I didn't see that many Western tourists. But the numbers are not just down for Western tourists. But I would ask you in the comments, let us know how you felt the vibe was when you came. Now, I can tell you, it surely seems, and it's been in the paper, all right, and in the news, it seems like the numbers are down. I think the numbers are significantly down, but we haven't been to Boracay this year. Usually we go every year. We haven't been to Bohol. We haven't been to Palawan this year. We've been busy doing all kinds of other stuff. Plus, we just returned from Thailand. Now, I can tell you that we've never been, we go to Thailand almost every year, sometimes twice a year. And I can tell you the tourist numbers in Thailand certainly seem down, and the published numbers, Thailand's been publishing their numbers, they're down. Now, Cambodia seems to have been up. You know, the numbers reported in the news, I don't give it a lot of credence only because it's supposed to be a PR thing. I mean, that's what it is supposed to be. And how they count them, where they count them. But we do know that there's some disadvantages. First off, the Chinese. The Chinese have dropped off dramatically here in the Philippines. And that's because it's much harder for them to get here, to come here. They can't get an exit visa in their own country hardly to come here. That is a problem because the Philippines kicked out all of these Chinese pogos. In addition to that, South Korea's had a couple of big problems this year domestically. And I think that has slowed down, although there are still a large number of South Koreans here. We see them. It's different. You know, I can tell you, the malls here are still crowded, but I don't see as many expats in the malls as we have in recent times. Now, this is low season and maybe, it's being overreactive. I don't know. What I do know is it doesn't seem to be anywhere near as active. I have a gut feeling the numbers are down significantly. It is an impact. I mean, you have to recognize that the tourism sector, the people that support tourism, they come from the provinces as well as from the cities. All right? That's a big monetary, financial, employment sector for local Filipinos and for others. Um, you know, I often make it a point to ask the service personnel that we run into or we interact with when we travel, and even here in town, where are you from? And often, more often than not, they're not from here. Okay? So it has a trickle down effect. It's not just does it affect or impact the businesses here, but it's the employment that goes and trickles down to the money they send home because they're not working. It's that simple. Now, this could all be conjecture, but I just don't think so. And that's why I'm asking for your comments to let us know how you really think it is. Did you see a drop? Have you seen a drop? And then, in addition to that, what about elsewhere? For instance, I was on the phone with my daughter a couple weeks ago, and she was visiting a friend who had just returned from a family vacation where they went to the UK, Ireland, and France. And I was speaking with her friend, her girlfriend, one of her classmates, all right? And during the call, it's a video chat. She was telling me that she expected bigger crowds in London, but she didn't like London at all because of the protests, the news showing all the violence around town. Now, she absolutely loved Ireland, and she was 50-50 on France. specifically Paris. Now, I will tell you, she's a well entitled child. All right. Both of her parents, her mother is an attorney, and I think she owns a minor league hockey club as well. And her stepfather is a custom construction guy. They do very, very well. They took the whole family on a European vacation. And this is the input from a 23-year-old, pretty entitled young lady, although she's very sweet, very smart. But you have to kind of take it with a grain of thought, or a grain of salt. I'm sorry. But she said it seemed like, and that her flight, both coming or going to the UK and coming back from the UK, was not full. It was only about 80% full. So if you're living abroad somewhere else, if you've been on vacation abroad somewhere other than the Philippines, what was your tourist reaction like? What was your interaction and your thoughts about, did it even cross your mind that tourism is down? Maybe it was up. I mean, it certainly is up in other areas. Now, again, we see these reports about how much up tourism is, X% of tourism in different countries. Well, you have to understand X% of what? Where was it? Now, total numbers, when they come out, that's different. The Chinese and the Koreans can easily travel to Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos, Malaysia as well. So they're not coming here. And that's a big piece of the tourist sector. In the comments, let us know what you think. I think it's down. It seems down. The places that we frequent most often are still very busy. But then again, those are traditional spots that always stay busy. Some places don't. I'll be interested to see exactly what happens, but I wonder when the Philippines is going to update those numbers. Are they going to update those numbers? I haven't seen anything in the news for June and July numbers that come from the Department of Tourism. Now, I've seen some articles, but they didn't come from, with definitive breakdowns, the Department of Tourism. So I don't know. I think this is one of those things where the community can chime in and tell people what they see, what they've experienced, and what they think. Do you own any rental units here? How has your rental business been? Is it long-term, short-term? Are you getting clients? Has it been, are you seeing less inquiries, etc.? I can tell you Thailand was a bargain last time. We were there 2 months ago, 3 months ago, I guess. All right? We were there in June. So take it for what it is. But tell us, let us know in the comments below. Otherwise, please do subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and we hope you have a safe, great day.